Hello, I'm live. I'm still getting used to this, so I think, I think I just start talking now. Hello, friend. I'm Maya Lila DeVento, and I am your guide to living a joyful life and getting unstuck and stopping the patterns that keep you stuck in bullshit and suffering and anxiety and confusion. Um, I believe that we came here to enjoy our fucking lives and to express our full humanity and our full divinity. So this means that all of your feelings are valid. All of your emotions, all the pain and suffering, it's all valid. You're human. Being human is fucking hard. And at the same time, paradoxically, you are also the divine. You are God in a certain specific flavor of human being and having an experience of the divine as this specific flavor of human being. So while we're here to be fully human, we're also here, I believe, to express our fullest divinity at the highest level. So what does this mean? This means living to your ideals, living in integrity with what you believe is right and true, expressing yourself, your uniqueness, your passion, your joy, also your pain and your fear and your suffering, because you're not the only one that feels shitty sometimes or struggles or goes through crazy life situations. Like everybody goes through shit. And the more that we can be authentic and vulnerable and real and true with our experience, the more we feel connected and the less we feel alone and separate and scared. So my vision is thriving for all human beings and all beings, period, on the planet Earth. Outside the planet Earth, I'm like, you guys do whatever you want. Take care of your own shit. Like, we have enough to focus on right here, right now. And I believe, oh, my hair's been crazy. I believe it's possible. Like, it's impossible for every human heart to be healed. And I believe that every human heart is good. I know this actually for an embodied fact because I have felt the heart of people who were intending to do bad things or who have done bad things in the past, bad things, harmful things, hurtful things for other people or for themselves. And the only reason a human does anything harmful or hurtful is because they're wounded and their heart is wounded and they're stuck in some fucked up pattern where they're trying to extract power or safety or love or validation from some external situation. And I've never personally met an evil human. I've met people who did bad, harmful things, but underneath all of the shit that humans do to themselves and to each other, there's always a good, pure human heart. Again, maybe there's other things on this planet that are not human, that don't have hearts like we do, that are doing fucked up shit. Like, that's kind of my inclination to believe nowadays. Also, sometimes people with good hearts are literally possessed by entities that are attracted to their wounding, to their ancestral patterns, and will activate and cause them to do things they would never do in a normal state of unpossessed consciousness. So there's also that. And a lot of things can contribute to that. Substances like alcohol or cocaine, being triggered and activated and feeling like you're in danger, where you turn the other person into the aggressor, the monster, when actually you're the monster, and then you become the monster. And we see this playing out in the political realm. Anyways, so back to the point. I believe we're here to be fully human, fully expressed, fully embodied, enjoy the body, feel the emotions, share the emotions, grieve, enjoy all of the human experience, and be fully divine and be the highest possible expression that we can be of our own divinity in our own unique flavor. And I believe we all have specific dreams that are our destiny and that we're here to live and fulfill. And that a dream is kind of like a divine directive. And okay, so getting to the point, I am running a workshop with one of my soul sisters, Cora. And this workshop is called the Eden Quadrant. And the Eden Quadrant is a series, it's like a special secret code combination of certain aspects of your human design that are related to your body, to your nervous system, to your somatics, to your embodied experience. And the Eden Quadrant gives you a map and a way of understanding the different components that your body needs to feel aligned and safe and to unlock your fullest creative potential and your genius. And if you're not giving your body or your system what it needs, it's very difficult to be living your highest, most aligned life, to be expressing your creative genius, and to just feel good in the world, in your body. So, for example, one of the components is cognition in human design, and I'm outer vision. And so, for people with outer vision, they need beauty. They need to be in beautiful places. They need beauty around them. They need to be creating beauty for the world. And most of my life, I have been taught and I was conditioned, or I believed that beauty was superficial. Like it was superficial to value beauty, to focus on beauty, to think that you're beautiful. Like I was absolutely taught, like, don't be beautiful, don't think you're beautiful, don't be vain, don't be arrogant, like you're not better than anybody else. And at the same time, you're not good enough either. And so just like all this shit that I've been trying to like escape from and like free myself from for the last couple of decades of my life, which I'm finally getting there and arriving to more internal liberation and joy and truth of like, oh, like I'm not ugly because my nose is too wide for the Barbie standard. But so with outer vision, I need to be in beautiful places. And I used to live in Los Angeles, and I've lived like kind of broke my entire life financially. And so in Los Angeles, I would look for the cheapest possible apartments that were shitholes, to be honest. They were ugly, they were old, they were rundown buildings and nasty places, and like not the worst of the worst in LA, but like pretty bad. And my mentality was like, okay, like I can do this. Like I can just suck it up and live in an ugly cheap apartment because that's the financially responsible thing to do, and I'm fine. Like I don't need luxury, I don't need beauty. And over time, I realized through my human design and learning myself better, and also through my lived experience, I actually do need beauty. And I can't function correctly if I'm in ugly surroundings. And again, it seems superficial or unnecessary, but for me, it's totally necessary. And again, another story for me personally, I left the United States. I went on a trip to Europe when I was 18 to see the Pope. I was super Catholic. Sorry if I'm spitting on you. I was super Catholic. Where's my chapstick? I don't know where it is. Okay. I went to World Youth Day. I was 18. We went to France. We went to Italy. And I didn't really resonate with France, but I loved Italy, and especially Florence. And I just could feel like, like I feel better here. I feel more at home. And I went back and I lived in Italy over the years. I speak the language fluently. I translate books. I've done translating interpretation. And for me, like Italian language is the most beautiful language on earth. And in Italy, culturally, Italians value beauty. And so this is in the architecture, this is in the clothing, the way they dress. Their standards of beauty are they're rather strict and controlled, which can be kind of suffocating and conformist. Like you have to, at least when I lived there like 20 years ago, you had to wear what was in fashion. And if you deviated from that, then like, you're going to wear that? Like very judgmental, very shaming. And I mean, in a way, the shaming serves a purpose because it enforces this value of beauty, like the necessity of living in places that are beautiful, having architecture that's beautiful, having clothes and fashion, and like looking like fare una bella figura, like looking beautiful as a human being instead of just wearing sweatpants and whatever. Like I came from Southern California, where there is an emphasis on like a certain standard of physical beauty and attractiveness. But in general, like the architecture's fucked. It's an ugly ass city. There's no fucking trees. Like there's a few, but like when you're flying in, it's just like concrete hell. And buildings are, destroyed and thrown back up. And it's all about efficiency and economy and making money. And again, yes, there are some beautiful buildings in Los Angeles, but compared to Europe, like it's not even a fair game. So my experience living in Italy, in Florence, Italy, versus living in Los Angeles, it's a huge difference for my body, for my nervous system, for my experience of being alive as a human. because that is just programmed as part of my design. It's programmed into me, this need for beauty. I'm also an artist. I've been an artist since I was a child, and I was taught art is not valuable. You can't make a living unless you're like a special, Picasso, whatever. And so you can like play with the paints and the creative stuff. And I've been doodling on my journal, but it's absolutely not economically like stable or sustainable or feasible for you to make a living as an artist. You can't make a living being an artist. You can't make a living being an artist. And so I've had to spend, and I have spent much of my life undoing this conditioning around my personal need for beauty. And now I'm living in a country, Georgia, the country of Georgia, not the state. And we were living in the suburbs for a bit in like the northern part of town. And it's all just like concrete slab, Soviet brutalist architecture, like just really ugly. And I'm looking around, I'm like, like this isn't the environment that I want to be in. Like this does not light me up. There's no beautiful buildings. There's no beautiful cafes to go work in. And now we're more in downtown Tbilisi, which has more like some more interesting architecture and some cafes that are more visually appealing for me. But if you don't know what your design is and you don't know the proper environments for yourself, some people figure it out intuitively, but a lot of people don't. And they spend their lives out of alignment, disconnected, suffering because they've been taught, oh, well, what you might value or feel good in is not important. Like this other stuff is important. That stuff doesn't matter, or you shouldn't focus on that. And for creating Eden on earth, it's a personal process of coming home to your body, finding out what supports your body, your nervous system, your highest creative genius, your greatest joy, your dream life, and putting yourself in that environment. I have another story. So I don't know. I can talk forever, so I'll just keep going because I don't know if anybody is here with me live. I can't tell. Okay. So another aspect in human design that you learn how to support your body is your environment. And I'm dry kitchens. And I've been living the last, I don't even know how long, not quite a year, maybe 10 months, 11 months. 10, 11 months in Southeast Asia. Southeast Asia is beautiful. For a lot of people, it's paradise. There's very lush jungles. There's lots of fruits and juices and things like this. And I know this about myself. When I lived in Hawaii, it's 15 years ago, I was like, I don't like humidity and I don't really like jungles. Like they're nice and I like greenery, but it's not the kind of greenery that resonates with my soul. And when I look out at a jungle, I'm not like, oh, this is so gorgeous. It doesn't make me feel the way that a forest does. And I love crisp air. Like my ideal temperature is like 55 Fahrenheit, which Celsius, I think is like 12 degrees, 13 degrees, something like that. I like crisp, fresh air. I don't like hot, humid air. Like I just don't like, it doesn't feel good to my body. So again, knowing about yourself in these ways just helps you get your ship on track with your highest timeline, with the best version of yourself, with the fullest expression of your creative genius and your dream life and your joy. So in the Eden Quadrant, it's a 3-class series. We've already done class 1 on August 10th. We have 2 more classes coming up, August 22nd and August 27th. And it's 10 a.m. Pacific time. In Georgia, it's like 9 p.m. So it's kind of a flexible time schedule if you're in anywhere from the United States into Europe. And in these classes, we walk you through, your specific design, what you need specifically to nourish not just your body, but mostly your body, but also your soul, your mind, your heart. And you can either, like we have a bundle where you can buy all of the classes, you'll get the recordings from the first class, or you can just drop in for one class. Like if you just want to like drop in for a single class and have a taste of that. Or if you can only show up to one class and you don't like watching replays, that's fine too. So you are invited to come join us. And our goal is to just create thriving for every being on earth, but starting one person at a time. It's like, how can we support you in feeling better in your body and coming home to pleasure in your own body and starting to learn about your specific needs for nourishment and for enjoyment and for alignment and for creative expression of your highest genius. So that's what the Eden Quadrant is. It's kind of like Feng Shui or interior design for your body, for your insides, using your human design. All right, I think I'm going to stop talking. If you have any questions, drop them in the chat. If there's something that popped out to you, drop that in the chat. Subscribe, like, don't do the notifications because that's horrible for your peace and centeredness. Like, I hope on your phone you have everything silenced. Like, just silence everything. And like, my phone is on do not disturb most of the time. And when I want to check, I will go pick up my phone and check. But like, don't have things pinging constantly. Like, that fucks your brain up. So don't put notifications, even if maybe that's going to, hurt my YouTube channel. But subscribe and like and leave a comment because I love to hear from you. I love to connect. This is kind of like screaming into the void and it's boring, to be honest. I like connecting with people. And I also want to start using my voice more, making myself visible as a projector. I'm a 1-3 splenic projector, right angle cross of love. I love to talk. Obviously, I can talk forever. I was punished for it as a child. In school, I was put out at a desk in the hallway because I already knew how to read by age 2. So when I went to school, I just wanted to talk and connect with people and have fun. Also, I was not highly, but somewhat neglected and an only child. So I'm like, I want to talk. I want to connect with people. And they say that, your biggest wounds become your biggest gifts later in life. And so yeah, quick little exercises, like think back to your childhood and like what was hard or painful or difficult and wounding for you. And how can you turn that into a superpower now that you're an adult? But yeah, the link for buying tickets or checking out more info on the Eden Quadrant is in the description box. And we would love to have you join us. We don't know if we're going to do this workshop live again. It is a series of 3 workshops. And the bonus packages you get entered into giveaways and like other good stuff. We have playbooks, which are like workbooks. And it's like a visual feast for the senses. And Cora and I are very entertaining and engaging. We met doing kindred meditation in the Matriarch Collective. So we're highly embodied, highly focused on joy and creativity and being fully fucking alive and Eros. We might actually do a human design for like embodiment and sexuality, which would be a lot of fun. But okay, I'm going to stop talking. I hope you have a wonderful day. I'm sending you so many blessings. And just my wish for you is that more and more you let go of anything that causes resistance in your life, causes you to feel shitty. I hope that you say no to the things that don't feel good in your life and say yes more to the things that do feel good, because then you build a whole life that feels good. And that's what we want. We want to feel good. We want to thrive. We want to give our gifts in service to the world. We want to express our full humanity and our full divinity. Okay, bye.